I believe in training with three types of people. Someone better than you, someone your level, and someone less experienced than you. Today, like the online world, they're very biased, and some people are haters of traditional martial arts, and then some are haters of modern martial arts. And I think at the end of the day, all martial arts are super effective. It just really depends on who is training it. And as you know, I don't really care about fighting. I honestly don't care about winning or losing either. I love displaying the art of Muay Thai. That's what I like to do.
There's someone that does a particular style that you haven't already sparred with, you're looking to spar with?
I have never sparred with...
Here's another one you guys did. This is cool. Yeah, let's see with Kevin, right?
Yeah.
And he's a traditional guy as well. And I think he does a lot of Wing Chun, right? I believe.
Yeah. Well, he's the jack of all trades. So he's a BJJ black belt. He's trained Savate for like 10 years. He's done Muay Thai for like 17 years.
Wow.
He's done. What else has he done? He's done a lot of martial arts, JKD and Wing Chun as well.
Hi, my name is Kevin Lee, and I'm from the Francis Von Martial Arts Academy.
Jack of all trades, right?
Yeah.
Anything particular, like you as you remember this session, since he's like,
yes, the way he throws those Savate kicks are crazy. He throws like 3 kicks in a row.
Yeah. He's a badass kicker, man. I love it.
He is very, very flexible.
Yeah, I love it. And for me, it's always cool seeing when, as much as I love your regular sparring, but it's like when you mix it up and you get with these traditional guys, the things you're able to pull off, what you're not able to pull off sometimes.
Yeah, I think a lot of, I think today, like the online world, they're very biased, and some people are haters of traditional martial arts, and then some are haters of modern martial arts.
Right.
And I think at the end of the day, all martial arts are super effective. It just really depends on who is training it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's something to be learned from everything. I try to keep an open mind no matter what style someone has, or if they come in with something different. There's always something you can learn. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm with you. I think it's not about the art. It's about the instruction. If you feel like, say, a martial art isn't sufficient, or it's not as good, or my style's better than yours, that old crappy argument. But there's people that are practicing karate can beat up boxers, if they're put in the right scenario or whatever.
100%. I put my hands down on a karate guy over boxer.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So, I think there's always something to be learned. Since you brought it up, and I was going to ask you, I'll ask you, styles that you haven't, like guys that have done different styles, any style that you're looking to try to spar with, or someone that does a particular style that you haven't already sparred with, you're looking to spar with?
I have never sparred with a Krav Maga guy yet.
Oh, okay. I'm Krav Maga. What up?
Yeah. We should definitely get together. I've trained Krav Maga myself.
Okay.
I've never, back then I didn't, like, I just didn't have the channel. I didn't really travel around. It was like one of the first gyms that I started, they offered Krav Maga, and I got to learn a few moves, and I thought it was really cool. But yeah, I never sparred a Krav Maga guy. What else? I'm not sure what else right now.
Okay. I mentioned that because I saw you just dropped a new Sanda video. I thought that was cool, and I'll bring it up because
that it is bad etiquette in technical and controlled sparring to sweep after catching a pull.
Did you bring it up as for the example of when not to, or you thought it was bad form if someone kind of grabbed your kick, right?
Essentially what happened was I made a video a week ago talking about my pet peeves, my bad sparring etiquette. Yeah. And in Muay Thai culture, at least, if you land a high kick, but it's pulled back and your opponent eats the kick with the head, then catches the kick and then sweeps you, it's bad etiquette because you pulled back the head kick as to not hurt him. And if you kick hard, maybe you knock him out, maybe you drop him, and he wouldn't be able to sweep you. But that's besides the point. The fact is that you show the courtesy of pulling back a head kick in controlled sparring, so your partner should do the courtesy of not sweeping you. Pretty common sense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people got the idea, but there were a few comments saying, "Oh, but Sanda justifies doing that." And then it was a very interesting topic. So then I asked a friend who's a Sanda, and I asked him, and he's the one who actually provided me with these clips.
The clip,
and he was explaining that they do that. And he said himself that his coach also hates the fact that Sanda guys do that. They like to catch. They're not literally catching with their head. That's just a clickbait title. They turn their shoulder or something.
Yeah, there's like almost like the Philly shell kind of version.
Yeah, but you got to admit, it's a very high risk move. And with the footages that I found or that was sent to me, clearly they tried it and they ate it straight to the head.
Right. Yeah. So I went out to China a few years back, and we were at a school where they, it's either they're doing forms, but when they do fighting, it's sanda. So like watching them actually train in sanda it's a little different. They allow sweeps and some kinds of sweeps, but not all. So it's a little bit different from MMA. But I did notice it's like some of the defense. It was questionable for me. It was but I've been trained in it. So I was like, I don't know if I catch certain kicks like that or whatever, but it looks freaking cool when they do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, this video was actually to kind of apologize because I don't think it's bad etiquette to catch kicks with your head and sweep them in sparring. Like they do that in competition. They do that in hard sparring and light sparring. Yeah. And I think it's really only bad etiquette in Muay Thai culture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's good. Would you ever, try to do go to a sanda gym and, show some of those guys? Okay.
Absolutely. I would love to. I am a new father and I have not been able to do much training myself. And just been on daddy duty. But if I ever do come across a sanda gym, definitely.
Yeah, that's one I'd love to see. I'd love you to see you mix it up with the sanda guy. I think it's
probably get swept alive.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, you'd probably be surprised the stuff you could get in on those guys. It's kind of super cool. So let me switch gears again because you guys did that ultimate self-defense challenge, which was I think the Rogue guys did that. It's like 2 times. You got 2 seasons of that.
So welcome to the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship.
How did that kind of come about, and was that when you got the call, hey, this is what we're thinking of doing, what was your reaction and all that?
I thought it was a really cool idea. I thought it was a really cool idea. A lot of the guys who participated actually didn't think that it would actually happen because there's a lot to organize. But props to Rokas. He did a really good job organizing everything. It turned out really well. And now there's a 3rd season coming in June.
Okay, I was going to ask you got a 3rd season coming out because this is
it's a really cool show. Obviously, I think that people can nitpick and it wasn't as realistic as it can be, but it was cool. It was a well done job.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff you guys did, like stress test wise, that I think is really noteworthy. Where you're just, like you see in this clip here, you guys are fully gloved up and headgeared up, and you just can go to town. And you got the environment to work with. It's a lot of the philosophy that we have in Krav Maga, where it's like, yes, we're going to teach you to fight, self-defense, but also put you in realistic environments and how you'd react in those environments. You've got a chair in your way, you've got a counter in your way. What would you do? So it was interesting for me seeing you guys actually in these environments working things, like being on a bus. That's an awesome, to me, that's an awesome freaking stress test if you could pull it off or something like that. Yeah. What did you find was one of the more challenging things that you guys were doing when you were doing some of this stuff?
Definitely the knife attacks.
I didn't even remember that they held the knife to my throat. Everything there. I don't remember it. I just reacted.
Very, very tough. There's no way you can survive.
Yeah.
I would also say, and this is where I don't think it's very realistic, but they give you only 20 seconds in some of the fights. And the truth is, fights can definitely go longer than 20 seconds. And within 20 seconds, you can't really utilize your jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And the guy that's bigger is going to have the instant advantage. And then maybe along the way, technique comes out and you can kind of pull off something. But size plays a huge role, strength plays a huge role, and the 20-second limit was making it very difficult.
Yeah. I could see that, but I get the philosophy. It's like, hey, most fights don't last super long, but at the same time, like you're saying, well, okay, but if I don't get that knockout, then I still got to keep fighting.
Yes.
So, yeah. Well, oh, by the way, congratulations again on being a new dad. I didn't mean to skip that. Thank you.
I
don't want you to think.
But no, not at all.
I know your time is limited because of that. But even before that happened with you, I wanted to ask about training wise, even like though you didn't do pro fighting per se, you did a couple of fights. Were there things that you would do supplementally, like, weight train? Was there certain diets and stuff you would stick with, or did you stick with back then, or still do?
So me personally, I think I was gifted with some good genetics. I eat pretty healthy in general. The only thing I did was when I was training for a fight, or when I had to cut weight for a fight. And in terms of weight training, at least nowadays only once a week, but back then maybe 3-4 times a week.
Okay, I was going to say, do you think it's beneficial to weight train?
100%. 100%. Strength plays such a huge role. Like, yes, technique trumps strength and size and whatnot, but when your partner or opponent is the same skill level, it's who's faster, who's stronger. And nowadays it's like everyone's so good. Everyone has the resources to train. Everyone are inspired and motivated by the same people. They learn from the same people. You can get online tutorials from everywhere. You have great coaches everywhere. You have the resources to get really good. Now it's just who's putting in the work, who's putting in the time, who's gifted with the best rest.
I would put your little bit of the one fight you had up here because you were in the one championship. How many fights did you have? How many pro wins did you have?
I've only had 5 pro fights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy fighting, like pro fighting?
No.
Really?
I didn't. Okay. So that's what I mean by what I said earlier was I never had plans to fight professionally. Like I turned professional in 2012. And then I had my last fight in 2020 or 2021. So if you think about it, 2012 to 2021, that's like 10 years, and I only had 5 pro fights. So it clearly shows that like I never tended to fight. I never really wanted to fight, but I fought because at the time, I had the last 2 fights because I was under house arrest, and I just didn't know what else to do. I needed some outlet. And then that was when I was focusing on my channel. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll take a fight just for the sake of the channel. But I never really wanted to fight professionally.
Okay, right. And it's a different kind of training too, right? Because it's a lot of work training for fights.
It takes the fun out of training for sure.
You're locked in and you're going for it.
Yeah, when you're sore and broken and just body's beat up and you're dieting. You got to train and you still got to. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I don't think people realize how tough it is.
And potential injuries, right? Because I actually train with the Muay Thai coach from time to time. I haven't as well lately this year. I'm trying to get back into it. I love it. I mean, of all the things I've ever done, I really enjoy the Muay Thai. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the combo with the kicks or something, but I really do enjoy it. But yeah, the injury factor. Any major injuries that you've had where it's just like, okay, maybe I want to rethink this?
To be honest, I've only had a severe injury from weightlifting.
Okay.
Which was the lower back, which everyone gets injured from doing too heavy squat or deadlift. In terms of training martial arts, I had a knee injury from playing around with leg locks, or someone leg locked me at least. But it wasn't a very bad injury, but it was an injury. And then maybe I broke my nose and had 13 stitches across my face from fighting in Thailand. And other than that, I don't think anything so far.
Okay, not bad then. No broken arms, no broken ribs. No, that's good.
No, yeah.
That's good. Yeah, no, that's the hardest part to me, especially as I'm older now, man. It's just like the injuries, dude. It's like try to train more on the lighter side and just get in more for the practice versus just going hardcore. Even though, like you said, there's benefits to going hardcore. Sometimes you got to do it, and sometimes we'll get out there and really thump, and you need to feel that sometimes. But to me,
the body, no problem. But the head, we gotta really save the like. The thing about CT is you don't know. Like, you could have it right now, but you won't feel it until a few years later.
Right. Yeah. Injuries that you can get exactly. Yeah. You nailed it on that. Something I got to give you props for, and that I saw that when you did it, I knew it right away. And I think you mentioned in this video when you're doing your head movement video. I remember years ago I bought this program. This guy basically came out and he was doing the same thing, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And literally, just like you're doing, it was just he would come and challenge people, try to hit me, and I'll give you like $20 or whatever if you can hit me. And I forgot the original guy that did that program, but I remember buying that program. It was cool. So obviously you see head movement as a big part of your fighting style. Why is that? What is it about head movement that you like so much?
just think it's fun. I think it's cool. I think it's just not the safest, but but the safe at the same time. Like if you have the skill, if you have the range, if you have the space and the footwork, it's much safer than like I don't like shelling up, because when you shell, you're taking shots. You're literally losing brain cells every time you block. And I'm not saying it's not effective, it might win you that fight, but you're also taking more damage. And as you know, I don't really care about fighting. I honestly don't care about winning or losing either. I love displaying the art of Muay Thai. That's what I like to do. So if I'm filming my sparring and I'm gonna post my sparring, I'd rather post me dodge a few punches and look really cool and entertain people, and maybe I get cracked and get head kicked, versus me standing there and taking these shots by shelling and then trading back. It's just I think it's my style that kind of draws in the views, for now at least, but I don't know.
Yeah, no. It's a really good point. It's like, what's the saying? It takes more energy to hit and miss than it does to hit and land. So it's like making people miss by, in effect, can make them wear them out a lot more.
Yes.
Plus, mentally, it's so frustrating when you're trying to hit someone and you just miss them. I think that's such a great device to use during fighting.
And you get like an adrenaline high when you're like, I use a phrase like playing in the Matrix, where you're like toe to toe and the punch is coming and it just grazes past your face, and then you continue and you want him to throw more punches and you want to dodge just to feel that high.
Hell yeah. I love that feeling. It's like, I'm not a master slipper, but it's like when you can catch people with that timing, it's just, you're right, it's addictive almost.
It's
you're like,
so satisfying. It's so
satisfying. You can see the frustration on the person's face when they're like, I have to try again. It's like, it's almost like a counterintuitive measure that they'll take. And it's like, no, I got to step up. I know I can hit this guy. And then, you see it. It's like, that's why it's the beauty to me, and see people are critics of him or not, but the Mayweather effect is just say what you want, but the guy's a master of that head move.
You throw the punch and he's not there. And again, it's not just hand quickness, it's the movement of the head, the way he rolls with punches.
So really quick, as I wrap things up, do you have a favorite fight session that you've had? You've done so many videos, man, but any one that was like your favorite session or time spent at particular gyms?
Thailand is always the best, I think.
Nice. Yeah.
One of my favorite sessions was with Pechtanong.
Okay.
It was a pretty recent video, actually, and he wet my butt, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to see like someone use the super basic moves, but he's just so good and fast and efficient.
Yeah.
Just beat me up with his left kick.
Do you learn? That's actually a good question. Do you learn more, you'd say, from like the fights maybe that you've lost than the ones you've won? And I know you're not fighting for trophies or anything anymore.
I actually think I get better through sparring people. No, there's both, right? So I believe in training with three types of people. Okay. Someone better than you, someone your level, and someone less experienced than you. So pretty much everyone. I would say you get better primarily training with people or sparring with people less experienced than you, because you're building your confidence and you're getting more reps in. So it's essentially live drilling with resistance, but you know he's not giving it to you. And when you build that confidence, that's when you actually get better. And it's like when I first practiced head movement, do you think I practiced that with the guys that tried to knock me out? Of course not, because it's super scary. I do it with someone who can barely throw a punch, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I can dodge his hook, and then I slowly work my way up. Just like you, when you're lifting weights, you start with the bar, and then you eventually work your way up to a plate or two plates or whatever. And then, obviously, sparring with someone that's your level will really push your cardio, your timing and reaction, and really kind of tell you where you're at, tell you if you're pulling off these techniques. And then, in the rare case, you spar with someone that's better than you, and he beats your ass, and you kind of think like, what did he do to beat your ass so badly? You know what I mean? Yes. However, I do believe that if someone's better than you, if they know how to play the push and pull game with you, meaning he knows how to let you hit him and vice versa, and he doesn't beat you up too badly, then that's really good for development. But if someone's better than you, just straight up beats your ass, you're not going to get better.
Yeah. That's a good point. We say it a lot too in class. It's like, yes, we know we're going to have people that are lower level than us, but it's better to let them work a little bit than just beating them up, because number one, you got to give them incentive to come back, right? It's like, if I just get my ass beat, then I'm probably thinking in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
And then two, I think on the flip side, as you being the more advanced person, you can use that as your opportunity, as you're saying, to work in things that you normally wouldn't. Like, I love, like, you're like, for instance, that Kenjit sweep you do so well. I told my coach one time, I was like, I got to learn how to get this down. I love this.
Wait, which one is this?
Like your Kenjit sweep, as you come in off that front leg, they use it a lot, and you kind of just sweep the person.
Oh, the foot sweep.
Step with the rear leg, left leg, and
Yes, yeah. With that sweep, I love that sweep, man. So I'm always like, but again, I can't use that against really advanced people. But as I start getting it better and better, I'm using it on people that are lower level, and then I start building up. So to your point, so really quickly, just on your YouTube page, man. Again, like I said, I love it. When you were, kind of starting off, or actually, I'll ask you this way: it's Jeff Chen MMA Shredded, and you've got an amazing amount of followers now, man. So I know that takes time, but and you're pretty much, is that your, like, outside of teaching, this is pretty much your full-time thing, right?
It is my full-time thing, 100%. Yeah.
As you were growing, did you find something specific where it kind of, that like aha, where this started to really work, which is how you started to grow? Or was it just kind of more incremental? I'm just putting out videos and getting more traction.
So my story is a little bit more unique because I think I had to put all my eggs in one basket because I was under house arrest and I didn't have anything left for me. So I put all my time into it. I was just at home, so that's all I did. And that's where I saw the most momentum. Whereas before, it's like I'd make a video here and there. I'm doing it in the condo gym, low quality, but I didn't really care because, again, I was doing it more as a way to vlog, as a hobby. And my main goal at the time was to get into law enforcement. But then when I was put in that situation, I was like, I really need to do something with this channel. And I'm brainstorming all sorts of different categories, whether it's like my sparring vlogs, tutorials, potential viral videos. For example, going to New York and asking people to try to punch me in the head. Like, that's supposed to be, that's a video that I knew or expected to do well.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good to know. Kind of inside baseball as a fellow YouTuber, but it's like, it's always good for me to talk to people like you who are like doing it on that higher level. And I do find you're right. The more and more you just kind of entrench yourself in this, the more success you'll see as you go. Curious though.
Collaborations is a good idea.
Say it one more time.
Collabs.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to ask you, just because I'm curious, inside baseball, any videos you put up where, say, they got age restricted or banned from YouTube because, say, they were too violent or anything like that? Or
my New York video, punching in the head, got I'm not sure it was demonetized, but it was flagged. So limited viewership. Same with the one in Japan. My 2 versus 1 sparring.
Okay.
My 4 versus 4 sparring also.
Wow. What the name is because it's too violent? Was that their explanation, or was it
or just not suitable for whoever?
Yeah, I think that's the only fine line for me. Like putting up, I'd be down to put up more fighting content of my own, but it's like that restrictive part too is kind of tricky. I know, to kind of work with.
It's weird if it's not sparring at a gym, but sparring on the street, then it's no good. Yeah.
And it's probably kind of seen blanket space for them as like, okay, this is more like World Star, people just throwing punches at each other, and it's just that violent content or whatever, but it's not. So any plans for as far as future plans for the channel and what you got going on next, man? Let people know.
Honestly, right now, daddy duty is the main priority, but I do plan on traveling to Portugal and France for the next retreat soon. And whenever I travel, I'm usually able to find some content to create. So that'll probably be the next little thing.
Nice. Please let me know if you're ever planning an LA trip. I'd love
100%.
to go out to one of your seminars and do some stuff with you. I'd love to mix it up with you, man. Even though I know I'll probably get my ass kicked, but it would just be so amazing.
It would be fun. And vice versa. Let me know if you're ever in Canada.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I haven't been to Canada in so long. What part are you in? You're in Toronto, or
I'm currently in Montreal, but I hope to be in Calgary by next year.
Okay, got you. Okay, yeah. I love Canada, to be honest with you. So I haven't been in so long. It's a better place to be right now.
Oh, is it?
But yeah, that's a whole other discussion. So all right, cool, man. Well, I already told people kind of where to find you, the MMA Shredded. But I'll leave your other links down here if people are interested, and also obviously interested in. I know you're on daddy duty now, but are you still taking requests as far as people that want to bring you out for seminars and stuff?
It depends on where, but yeah, I'm open to the idea.
Okay, cool. So I'll put your links and all that down below. And I want to thank you again, man, for doing this. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was a fun chat. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. Okay, guys. So part 2 of my conversation with Coach Jeff Chan. Hopefully you guys got to see part 1. And if you didn't, I'll leave the link up here for you guys as usual. But guys, let me know in the comments section if you enjoyed this video. Would you like to see more with people talking about topics such as sparring and fight techniques, things like that? I have a feeling a lot of you guys would, which is why I went ahead and reached out to Jeff to do this video. But let me know your feelings, good, bad, or indifferent, and we'll roll from there. And stay tuned, because if you guys like Muay Thai, you're really going to enjoy my next interview with someone who's really well versed in that particular art. This time from the female perspective. That's the tease I'll leave you.
Don't tease.
Guys, do me and yourself a favor and follow me on all my other socials. I'll leave them up here so you guys can be up to date whenever I drop new vids just like this one, on top of getting behind the scenes info of what I've got planned next right here for the channel. Guys, consider becoming a member, because that's where we're going to continue to place exclusive content for you guys that are really big fans of fighting, martial arts in general, so much more. And since you're here, guys, check out a couple of other videos you guys might like over here. Stay safe. See you all in the next round. Keep punching.
Look at this one. Look at that one. Look at this one. Look at that one. Look, are you kidding me?
Hey, it's Jeff Chan. Thank you for watching Kung Fu Chronicles.